So this is an avocado tree that I actually got from an avocado last year. I started the stone off in a pot and it's just doing incredibly well. Avocados get such a bad rap because people say that they use so much water, and in fact our neighbour told us, he's an orange farmer, and he said that they don't actually need any more water than an orange. And we're surrounded by orange groves here, and it gets water on a drip feed for an hour in the morning and an hour at night. And it is our own water as well, it's from the bore pump. These cucumbers have actually been too successful. I planted a row near the polytunnel, but I popped them in the field and it was like really good until it started to get too hot, and now they've gone sun scorched. I should have put shading up, but I've learnt that lesson now, and what I'll do, I'll collect them and take the seeds out and use the seeds for next time. I'm actually foraging for lunch, so I think I'll do butternut squash, and Abe's actually lost the secateurs, cutty things, so quite difficult to get off. How not to get butternut squash. There you go. So me and Abes are going to have this for lunch, and I'm going to pick some tomatoes and make a nice tomato and basil sauce. Handful of basil. So we'll make simple tomato sauce with the roasted butternut squash instead of pasta. Got another huge pumpkin there. We haven't actually had any of these pumpkins. We've been giving them away to friends, but I think we'll keep that one. And my goodness, this is a really delicious meal. Butternut squash is just slightly roasted, so it's got that lovely sort of caramelisation. And I've got the fig, cucumber and tomato salad, and I've just made my own tomato sauce. The tomato sauce has got the basil and thyme and oregano, all fresh from the farm. It's just lovely.
Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm building the cables and the sockets in the wall as I'm going up. So I'm putting the cable into the wall, but I'm putting it in a conduit. It's also a reinforced cable. It's a lot stronger than a normal cable. And I'm doing it to the line here. So Angela's meticulous. She likes all the sockets in a perfect straight line. So if I put 3 points here, then I'm going to run another cable in along the side wall to go up, and all the cables I want hidden away, no channeling at all. I want it all buried into the wall. And the next cable is going to be for the outside light, so she can light up the area of the cottage. Fingers crossed, it should work beautifully.
Do you know one thing that I find strange about Portugal? We have, I can hear Coco, we have really strict privacy laws. Like, I couldn't put my camera or a security camera near my gate that would look onto our neighbour's property. And yet they've passed a law that in September to carry a card to say our vaccine status, which I think's an invasion of your privacy, really. Me and Abe didn't get vaccinated Abe didn't get vaccinated because he had a blood clot in his leg, and he went to 2 doctors, and both of the doctors said to him not to touch the vaccine because it had thickened his blood because of his condition. I get palpitations, and I wanted to see how it went first. If another pandemic did come, that where would you be if your vaccine card was blank? Like mine would be blank, Abe's would be blank. Would we not be able to go into a shop? Would we not be able to pay our bills? And me and Abe have always thought that way. We don't trust what's going on in any respect, and I think trying to be self-sustainable like what we are, well, we're not self-sustainable, are we, really? I was hoping to get solar panels with the money from the melons, but we just won't be able to afford that now because the melon crop just hasn't done even half of what we hoped for, so that isn't going to happen. But it makes you wonder, you know, if we can't pay our bills, if we couldn't pay our electric bill, we wouldn't be able to run our bore pump. But it does make you wonder why they want you to start carrying these cards. Now, it's not the only country either. You know, there's quite a lot of European countries that are going to be doing this scheme. But there's always a reason behind these things, and we'll just have to see where that one goes. But I suppose if they want us to carry a blank card, well, so be it. But it does make you wonder, doesn't it? Now, the government then, from 2020, all around the world, it was to save our pensioners. Now, what's happened? I mean, I'm not political, I don't follow politics at all, but Keir Starmer's taken the heating allowance off the pensioners, and it's absolutely disgraceful, and it's like a double standard. It's conflict, isn't it? Abe loves politics. He loves American politics. He watches politics all the time, and it's not for me. But the thing is that I just try and I'm quite happy to live in my bubble on this farm and not particularly see many people, you know. Abe loves people, he's a people person. I'd be quite happy just to shut everything off, you know, here, if it ever happened again and we couldn't go to the shops. But you still need your emergency supplies, don't you? And Abe's always said something big is going to happen before the US elections, something big. And he said, will it be another pandemic? Will they drag us into a war with Ukraine? And you just have to be really wary, you know, of what is going on, and that's why he watches it. But to me, I just find it boring. Anyway, I'm making some butternut squash chips. I'm gonna just pop some garlic on these chips. We have really done well with our shopping lately, because all we're having to buy at the moment is like meat or fish. Everything else we're just taking from the land, which is brilliant. Butternut squash, we've got all the salads. In fact, I bought some mason jars yesterday. They were only $3.50 for these little mason jars, and I'm going to pop in the sun-dried tomatoes with the garlic and herbs, rosemary or oregano. They're absolutely delicious, so they should be ready today, what I've been drying out, and then we'll crack on and do some more. But really pleased with those jars. We had a bit of a disaster this morning. Abe left the irrigation on all night, so that means that some of the melons have popped. So we're going to go into the field and see how many casualties we've got. So you can tell this one's popped. This is what happens. That's it, casualty.
Found out last night, as I was going through with her, she was scratching and coughing an awful lot last night, so I had to do something extreme with Bella. So what I did was I shaved all the fur off, because she can't use chemicals, because she's got fleas. There's no fleas now, because I made sure I got rid of them. It took a couple of hours, but I went through like a fine tooth comb, and we washed all the bedding to make sure there's no fleas on the bedding. And hopefully tonight she'll have a good night's sleep. Won't you, baby? Give us a kiss. Give me a kiss. Come on.
So what happens with the watermelons is you give them too much water, they explode. And because they've left it on overnight, I'm just going through the field. It's about 7:30 and it's still very extremely hot. It's about 34 degrees still. But I'll just go down the next row. That row was fine. Well, some of you might be wondering what I'm doing. It's 9 o'clock at night and I'm just waiting for it to go a little bit darker, and I'm going to watch the meteor shower. it's okay because the who have brought in a vaccine and we're all going to be saved.
Again, hopefully, it won't be a pandemic. And hopefully we won't have any more of these crappy lockdowns.
So keep safe, guys.
And on a second note, it might be slightly comical what we're doing, but it is very important to make sure you're safe.